recording myself for the next entire year to show myself, not to show. Welcome back to Conversations with Jason. I'm your host Jason Chan. For the next entire year, what I'll be doing is I'll be sharing my journey every single day and documenting everything that I learn with you guys. I want to share with you guys every single thing that I learned, every cool tool, resource, book, concept, idea, the way of thinking, everything like that. I want to share with you guys, right? So, welcome back for those of you who's been here before, and for those of you this is the first time, thanks for popping by to this little channel that I have here growing. Okay, so since today is New Year's Eve, and I'm sure depending on where you are in the world, it's either New Year's or it's New Year's Eve, and for me it's still New Year's Eve. But I want to take a little bit of time to, I guess, reflect on the year. I literally just graduated 3-4 weeks ago, and it's been a surreal experience graduating from school. You know, like nowadays when you go online, there's a whole bunch of people. I don't know what platform you're on YouTube, you're on TikTok, or whatever it is you're on. I think you definitely hear a lot of people say, like, you don't actually need to go to college, right? Imagine taking the 4 years of college money and then you go and invest it in yourself to go pursue a business, to do A, B, C, D, right? There's so many different things to start your own side hustle, and there's a lot of things. But I want to take a step back and really reflect on my entire college experience and share with you guys a little bit, right? If you guys are college students and you guys are seeing people like that, and you see people tell you, like, why are you wasting so much time in college, now you're in debt and everything, right? But I really want to urge you guys to, if you guys are thinking like that, I really want you to try and think about how you can best use the situation that you're in, right? It's not about because you can't change the hand you've been dealt. What you can do is make the best out of every situation you can. So now that you're in college, what's the best thing you can do to actually maximize your time, your experience, right? For me, when I came to the States, what's the first thing I did? I was like, you know what, like, I need to work part-time, I need to join clubs, and then, like, I was always much more shy as a person, so what I said was, you know what, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna step on my comfort zone, and I'm gonna try something new. So immediately I jumped into it. I joined different clubs. I did my studies. I participated in different associations. I joined as many things as possible. Of course, there's still a whole lot of things that I wish I could have done, but to the best of my abilities, I've done them. And I definitely think that college is worth it if you're willing to put in the effort to really step out of your comfort zone, right? I think too much emphasis nowadays is on safe spaces and having, in some sense, safe conversations. I think the best kinds of conversations you could possibly have with someone is a conversation where you guys have opposing ideologies, opposing thoughts, and opposing ideas, because that really nurtures the chance and gives you the opportunity to test the way you think against the way somebody else thinks, right? Who knows, you might learn something new, or who knows, they might learn something new and you can change them. I find that in today's society, too much emphasis has been on safe spaces and safe conversations, and I do understand the concepts, right? It's really a safe space is not really a place devoid of conflict. It's more of a space where you could have a conversation where people could feel safe, where you won't insult them, and it's a very respectful dialogue. But the fact of the matter is, from what I see, it's become very polarizing. Like, safe space has become for a certain group of people. Well, if you're not part of that group of people, then you're not part of the safe space, and there's just way too much divide going on, right? I think we should just face people as people and then have honest and real conversations with people. And I think that if you actively search and actively try to do that, there's so much things that you can there's so much more you could learn. Okay, aside from that, right, if you're in college, one of the best things that I think I've actually learned is not learned, but I think I've been able to take advantage of, was actually the past alumni from the university. In the College of Business where I studied, we had classes called BSAD. Ironically, it says BSAD, but in all these different BSAT classes, what we had is that we had to do some assignments, such as to learn how to be financially literate, to reach out to alumni, to talk about future career path and everything. And if you really do take the time to step out of your comfort zone, to really reach out to alumni, a lot of them are willing to talk to you, a lot of them are willing to share their experience with you, and then those people would then share their connections with you to other people. And I've been I've been trying my best to leverage this, right? I got to talk to some really cool people, and they really helped me. Optimize my resume, polish up my cover letter, polish up my portfolio, and so many different things. So as you guys are moving into your college years, and you guys are thinking, what do I want to do, right? You immediately start trying as many things as possible, because when you're in college, it's literally the best time for you to try something new, right? No other time in your life are you going to have that much freedom for you to just screw around. So when you're in there, try out and go to as many different things that you might find interesting as possible. Find something that you find interesting, and then really study the subject, right? Really study how the different players are, how different players interact with each other within that space, right? Do you let's say you want to be an engineer, right? Do you want to be let's say you're a business major, but you're interested in engineering, or you're interested in the sciences, right? Can you potentially pursue something in the sciences? Could you be a business owner for science business? Could you be a supplier to science stuff, and like to provide all the different technological equipment and supplies, and really like thinking and really understanding the field that you're interested in, and how you can actually apply what you know to that field, or how you can actually take a look at that field and then start looking for different opportunities within that field to actually pursue a career in the future, right? Because again, talking to a lot of friends, one of the biggest problem that a lot of people have, I find, is that they come out of, they graduate and they get a job for the sake of getting a job. They're struggling with getting a job, and it's like not struggle to get a job, but more so of their struggle to find purpose and meaning in their jobs. So I think it's very important that you find a goal, find a meaning in what it is that you're doing, so that when you're pursuing a job, this really helps you pursue what you really want to do in life, right? Yeah. So going back to that reflection of the year, right? Honestly, it's been a crazy year, right? It's COVID season. COVID season is one thing. Although everybody, and I don't mean to gloat or anything, although everybody has had a pretty rough year, in all honesty, I've had a pretty great year, and I'm very grateful for that, right? I used to be president of the Malaysian Student Association on campus, and what happened was that our event was the last our big event, right? Was the last event that actually happened right before they cancelled everything, right? So then we immediately got so we were lucky enough to actually have our event, and everything went really, really well. Then when the whole pandemic hit, that was the week right after, right, where everybody started getting let go from their jobs. I still got to keep my job, right? Then moving into the summer, I got to do an internship and still keep my other job. So I got to work 2 different jobs, and then learn the guitar on the side to actually and just like learn so many different things, right? Then moving into the semester again, it's my last semester. I took a lot of time to really hone in on my resume, reach out to alumni, talk to people, and then really discover what it is that I want to do. So then now, moving right after I graduated, I've just found even more things that I want to pursue, more avenues, more direction that gives me purpose in the life that I want to live, and really helps me point me in the goal that I want to be in the future, right? And in all honesty, like in the long-term goal, what I really want to do is I really want to be able to pursue strategy, and I really want to be able to help people and teach people about strategy and about thinking in that kind of a business mindset. And it's really eye-opening for me, because as I learn so much more, I feel like there's so much I could have learned back a couple months ago, right? I felt like I didn't fully utilize my time because I didn't know so many different resources were open. So I want to take this time to I want to take this whole page, right, to dedicate it to just sharing everything that I learned and sharing this entire process with you guys, so that anything that I learned that could be valuable, right, I can share it with you guys, and then like I could save you guys the time of struggling where I was struggling. So that's another purpose of like this entire channel. Sorry about that, excuse me. But it's been a good year, and a lot of people say it's been a tough year, but and yes, there were a lot of tough things happening, a lot of people having a lot of tough situations, but let's look forward and not to the past, because like the book I was talking about, The Power of Now, you can't change the past, and being stuck on my life was bad doesn't really help you go anywhere. So let's take a step forward and let's start thinking about tomorrow, right? Let's start thinking about what we can do for the future. So from here, this is my little recommendation for you guys. There's a YouTube channel, podcast, Instagram page, and everything by The Future, and it's run by entrepreneur. It's run by a brand guru called Chris Du. Now, Chris Du is an absolute resource, right? He will teach you so many different things, and he'll have so many different conversations with people that are prevalent in the marketing, advertising, branding world that you should definitely listen to. If you're a designer, you are a person that really just wants to do creative work, right? He really teaches you how you should be pricing your products, how you should be going about when you're talking about things, right? It's not when you charge things, you shouldn't, like, for instance, when you charge something, you shouldn't be, oh my god, sorry, that's not a random notification, but when you charge a product, right, it shouldn't be a flat rate, right? You should be talking about value, right? It's not cost-based pricing, it's value-based pricing. So really understanding how you should be approaching value and how you should be preaching value to people, and that's how you're supposed to be selling your products, and how you're supposed to be learning and really getting yourself really getting what you deserve as you're doing strategic work for people, as you're doing creative logo design, animations, etc., right? There's a lot of different things, and they're an amazing resource. So I definitely I definitely want you guys to go check them out, right? It's called The Future. It's the THE and then future without the E, so FUTUR. Go check out their page on YouTube. Absolute resource again. Okay, so, and that's about it, I guess, for 2020. It's been a good year, but for those of you who's not have such a, for those of you who hasn't had, I can't speak. For those of you who's not had an amazing year or a great year, or it's been a rough year, right? Things can only go up, right? When you hit rock bottom, you can only go up. So start looking forward for what you can do for the future. Start working towards the goals that you want to reach, and you will see the results, right? That's also another reason why I'm doing all this, right? I'm not great now, and there's so many things I don't know. I'm only starting to learn how to use Premiere Pro, but every day I'm learning a little bit more, and every day I'm able to refine everything that I do. I'm getting much more comfortable speaking with you guys and everything. So it's definitely a process, but I hope you guys would join me for it, and see you 2020. Hello 2021. Here's to an amazing year ahead, and keep doing your best, guys, because you guys will make it.